What's happening, everyone? I'm back with Gun Bunch, and I try to stay away from these popular formations, but the other day I was labbing Green Bay playbook, and I just found the easiest cover 3 bomb in the game, so I just had to put it out there. It's something you need to have in your arsenal. It's not only in the Green Bay playbook, but it's also in West Coast, I believe, and a few other really popular playbooks, so it's worth knowing and putting it out there. Now, the first setup, and there were a couple different setups. The first is simply comeback, hot route the left receiver to a comeback route. That's the easiest version. One hot route, you can quick snap your opponent. So if you're seeing them run a lot of cover 3, you're going to want to go to this. The comeback pulls down that left corner, and then you're just going to bomb it to the post route once he gets past the safety and crosses his path. So it's extremely easy to set up. I mean, you're going to want to run this again, only if your opponent's running a lot of cover 3, and if you think you can get time to get this off. Now, this setup gives you a lot of options to beat defenses other than cover 3, but what I'm highlighting here is how this post route runs across the safety, the comeback will pull down the other deep zone on that left side, and then you have a one-play touchdown. Now, it's important you always want to have the comeback on the short side of the field and the post going toward the short side of the field. So here on the left hash, comeback on the left, post going to the left. If you're worried about the safety at all, you can simply streak the middle bunch receiver. But a lot of times the quick snap is how you want to catch your opponent. You know, maybe switching around and caught on the defensive lineman or something like that. Now in that last clip, if you ever get pressure, you can always pass lead down and usually click on and just hold A and user catch the post route. So that's one option. But the other thing I love about this setup is, like, I feel like a lot of cover 3 bombs, it's either the cover 3 bomb or nothing. Here, you have a flat route to the tight end, which is going to beat a lot of coverages that don't have a hard flat. The running back delay route is such a tough defense because so many people like to run to the post or to the tight end, and that running back sneaking out on the delay route is very effective. Now let's move to the second setup, and you just saw right there, easy bomb, and the difference here is you max protect. So it doesn't matter if they're sending heat, you're going to be all right. You max protect and put the middle bunch receiver on a slant. So again, you have to be on the left hash for this, or if you're on the right hash, you want to flip the formation. And what you notice is the in route, because of the max protection in the routes on the field, the deep zone on the left runs and turns into man coverage a lot of times with the receiver on the in route. So then you're going to have the post wide open on that far left side. Now this one, obviously you don't have as many reads as you would the first setup, but you have the slant route, which I covered, and I'll put a link it here in the video, how to use or catch slant routes against zone coverage. So you have that threat. And let's say your opponent, is user in the safety or middle linebacker and running back with a post, then you should be able to use or catch that slant route and gives you a nice option for 7-10 yards. And again, I'll link that in the video if you want to check that out. So it's very simple reads, but this setup has the advantage in that if your opponent sends heat, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be able to buy time with that extra protection to get the bomb and potential one-play touchdown. Now, that alternate setup, again, that I just ran there, is I leave the running back on the delayed route. As I mentioned earlier, I think that delay route is such a problem because most people are going to run with their user to the slant or the post, and they're going to completely forget about that running back delay route mini curl. So I think it's really underestimated because although it only looks like a 3 to 4 yard route, a lot of times because of the spacing in the zone and because so many people like to user control their hook zones over the middle, you're actually able to turn that delay route into 7 to 10 yards when you catch it and turn around and run. So I think that's something, if you're not as worried about the heat, you don't want the full out max protect, then that's something I definitely would suggest mixing in to use with this cover 3 bomb too. Now against other zone coverages, that's the other reason I like the delayed route, is that running back delay route beats almost every zone coverage, especially when your opponent's user controlling the hook zone. So I like to have that additional threat of having that delay route on the field, at least for this second setup with the slant. With the first setup, I mean, you have the corner route flat combo on the right, which beats most zone coverages, then the delay route, and the post. So you just have a lot of options with that first setup. But if you're worried about heat at all and you have to block the tight end, that's when you have the slant option to mix in with the delay route. It's kind of a 1-2 combo over the middle in addition to the threat of the deep bomb. And here we're just showing against cover 2 blitzes. You just want to buy time, make your opponent commit to where they're going, and then hit the open guy. All right, and then as a final time, remember, you just want to run this to the short side of the field. So here we flip the formation when we're on the right hash. Easy bomb. And if you guys have stuck with me this long, I'm going to give you one more bonus tip. Is let's say your opponent's user in their safety and taking away that deep post. Another setup you can do is to wheel your running back. And what you'll notice again is the corner runs with the in route. So the running back will sneak past that curl flat purple and give you a nice bomb option. So if your opponent's user in that safety, taking away the post, you can potentially still get a one-play touchdown with your running back on the wheel. So I hope you guys enjoy it. One thing to at least add to your game plan.